still on 2.0. I have not updated to 2.0.1 point whatever because I have a show tomorrow and I just worrying more about my tones. Had questions regarding using the pitch wham to detune the guitar as a whole and hearing like a glitchy sound. Now, I have heard that sound. It's kind of been intermittent, and one thing I did last night, I was out here warming up kind of, and see, here it goes again. I think this is like made to be associated with a volume pedal. I'm just guessing the pitch wham is, but you want your pitch wham to be at the very beginning of the chain. Now this is a very basic chain. I'm using a Sigma Audio Impulse or a IR, what do you want to call it, response as a cabinet. I love it. This particular one I'm using an 808 with the gain very low, blah blah blah. The Panama, and I'm using a Friedman to B. The difference between the A and the B. The A is captured with using an actual particular. This is a Friedman 412 with vintage 30s, so they used a Friedman head for say 2A or 1A or whatever, and they used a solid state, more of a flat response style head for the B. So 1B, 2B, 3B, 4B. There's 5 different positions on the Sigma Audio IR. So to keep the pitch wham from glitching, now I don't know that this is what caused it. It gives you like a digital kind of tone for a second, and it's not the entire time that you play. You just hear it intermittently. And I've noticed, I dialed all mine to 0, the position. This one here is not active. I can hit the bypass and it'll light up. See, this is just my regular full gain kick you in the face channel, and so I don't really use it. I guess it has to be on 1. I put it on 0 and I'll save it, and I'll bet you if I activate it, it jumps to 1. No, it didn't jump to 1. Okay, so put the pitch wham at the beginning, and position 0. This one happens to be set to a half step lower. Each number is a half a step, so 1 would be E flat, if you're tuned standard. 2 steps, 2, -2, here and here would be 1 whole step, so that would be, you'd be tuning to D standard, not drop D. So anyway, so just make sure that your heel and toe match. Mix is 100%. Level, I just leave it at 0. And that should solve any glitching. Now you can set your controller, which mine's over here, because I was playing with it so much last night. I have my Mac, my my MacBook on top of it, and was just doing all kinds of stuff. You can set it, like I've got it on that channel right now. It's raw. I'm gonna go to mode. Well, I haven't set it, so I'm gonna go to that. I've already got it highlighted, that block, pitch wham, and it's not active. I'll go over here and just touch, and then this should be, want to assign it? Sure. So, whoops, I didn't do it fast enough. Let me do it again. Touch. Come on now. Ouch. It's like the ET thing. Click it, and now that should be assigned to pitch wham. It's currently off because that's how I have the preset saved. Now it's active. Now, if you're just gonna do that, if that's all you need, you don't have to make separate channels for each tuning, for each drop tuning or up tuning, however you're using it. I am using it for 3 or 4 different tunings. So, and I'm going lower and lower and lower. And what that's doing, I'll go ahead and save this. I've got it disabled, so we're good. Alright, make sure it's disabled. Yeah, it's disabled. Now I'm going to change preset to my next one, half raw. I should call that like medium well, something like that. Anyway, so that one is active and it's -1, -1. That is my half step down tuning. But one thing you will notice when I go to the amp block, press the amp button, I got 5.8, 5.8, 4, blah. So now let me go back to the other one on the amp block. See, it's a little bit different, and it's, I actually probably changed more with the IR. When you drop your tuning and get lower and lower and lower, you start having different frequencies want to cloud your tone or change your tone or whatever you want to call it. So I'm using this so much that I need to tailor each tone, EQ wise and other, so it sounds good, because I'm going to be in that tuning for 3-4 songs. But if you're only doing this for one song, or if your regular standard tuning channel sounds good and you add the wham to it just to go down a half step or up a half step, whatever you want to do, and if it still sounds good, just assign it to a foot switch like I just did. So that's all you got to do, is just go to hit the mode button and pitch wham, and you're on. You don't have to make another preset like I did. But anyway, like I said, the only thing I can suggest to keep that, is, only thing I can guess that may do that is dialing this. If this is up at like 40, 50% or 10% even, it may cause it to give that digital glitch sound. I am running this thing directly. I've got the line 6 wireless, and I run it out the back into the front here with an 18-inch cable, and then I run both XLR left and right out to my snake down here, because I'm in my jam room right now. So, and then I run it to my board, which is just a basic jam mixer. We have a big giant nice board, but I don't use it for this. And I have my EQs both bypassed. Oops. See, I have them both bypassed. I don't want EQing here, because live, if it needs EQ'd and your sound man's worth his salt, he'll do you right. So anyway, I hope that helped you guys.